Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Ball around the world, ball around the world. Ball around the world, ball around the world. Ball around the world, ball around the world. EPB podcast, we all around the world. Hey. Ball around the world, ball around the world. Ball around the world, ball around the world. Ball around the world, ball around the world. EPB podcast, we all around the world. Cheer! That was lit though, actually. I don't mind that. I don't mind. That actually might need to be the intro.
That in the studio.
Welcome. Y'all are now tuned in to Ball Around the World. It's a form of the EPB podcast. It's an EPB live stream hosted by myself, Matt Marshall. I got my boys with me. We got some folks in the studio. Got the boy K. Kendall. You already know he's been on this podcast many a times. My World Cup boy, my Qatar boy. He's back. Visiting for a little bit. We got for the first time, I think, low key, which is crazy.
It is the first time.
This is crazy. We got the boy Jason Oscar Chavez, aka Lloyd Logic Banks. I was about to call you Lloyd Banks.
You better call me Lloyd
Wow.
I wish I could sing, but no.
Try to sing. Go ahead. Add a little melody to our Ball Around the World. What's up, y'all? It is the stream where we talk about soccer. I'm just trying to grow the community of soccer, grow the love of football in this world, but we're just kicking it too. It's just homies who, I mean, and y'all are the perfect Are you okay? You sweating in here, bro?
It's a little hot. But we gonna get used to it, you know?
Get used to it, brother. We hot out here. It's good hot. It's a warm day in LA. Yesterday was hot as hell, by the way. It's a warm day in LA, but it's all good. We're here. Living the life. We got a couple of topics for y'all that we're gonna talk about. Let me just run through these and then we'll get it going. Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it short. Obviously, we're a little late. Started at 9:40 as opposed to 9:30 like I wanted to. So we'll probably run to. Let me mute this. I'm hearing myself on this thing. We'll probably run to 10. We got to get this man out of here. Get him on the plane. One thing I'm gonna tell you guys. First of all, did either of y'all have Premier League team? First of all, let me just rewind. Let me just invite the chat, invite everybody to who the homies are. What's up, Cedric? Saying what's up on Instagram. What's up, my people on TikTok? If you want to come tap in with us, we are live on YouTube. YouTube.com/@EatPrayBall. Make sure you tap in with me. Eat, Pray, Ball. That's what we're doing out here. Ball is a lifestyle. First, I want to start with you. Both of these dudes are connected to me, and we have a strong connection through the sport of soccer. Which I love. I want to start with you because you said something to me. I mean, you've said it a couple of times in different ways. Look how he's looking at me.
I feel like I'm about to
say.
I say?
This is some real inspirational stuff. I mean, Jason. For those who don't know, Jason's been with me. He's my creative director. I like that pseudonym for you. But has been working with me on Eat, Pray, Ball, helping me a lot with the streams. He is a top-notch video game streamer. He is a baller, which is how I met you. I met you playing soccer in a metro league out here, and we just connected on other stuff. We have interesting conversations, all that. And he was one of the. I'm not gonna lie, in the current iteration of what Eat, Pray, Ball is. You were one of the earliest people to fuck with me and say I really feel what this is about. Yeah. I love this. I love that you're trying to bring it to your community. I'm trying to and you said something to me about getting back into the sport. What was that? Just give me that.
I pretty much said he took me out of retirement.
Took the boy out of retirement. The boy thought he was done. Check. Can y'all hear me? Let him know. The boy thought he was done.
I just thought it was over. I didn't really see soccer anymore. I was like, college is done. I don't really know where to play at anymore.
Right.
Though I still got it.
Right.
And then he just kind of motivated me to
Man was drinking beers, playing video games till all hours of the night, which I mean is dope. That was your, was your job.
Partying and then
he was partying. He was doing all that stuff.
I just saw you having fun playing ball, and I'm like, damn, if he could still do it, I could probably
That's it. Do it. You don't have to play at the highest levels. Mm-hmm. Maybe you have aspirations, and I know you do still have some aspirations to play at some high levels, and we just getting them back in it. But for y'all, I did not know that. I mean, there's certain players that you just kind of gravitate to. One, because they can ball. Two, because they're chill. You know what I mean? And that happened. He plays in the midfield. We played on the same team on some shitty fields. But the man could pass. And you know what? The man could also pass to me. Sometimes you get on fields and folks don't want to pass to me. And I'm just like, bro, what's up? He like first game doesn't matter. Pass to me.
I feel like one thing about me though, I'll pass to like somebody that can control the ball. And if
Right, you'll pass this
the
right.
minute that I saw you can control the ball, I was like, I'm only gonna hit him.
It's game recognized.
Everybody
game.
else is not holding the ball.
It's always game recognized game out here. So yes, I appreciate you finally coming on. You'll see more of him. Again, we're doing these live streams twice a week, every Friday, every Monday, before and after a weekend full of games. We got a weekend full of games, by the way. That stuff is popping up. Let me get to it. We got the UEFA Supercup that's popping up Wednesday. I'll talk a little bit about that for y'all. Premier League season returns Friday. La Liga returns on Thursday. We back. It's soccer. Let me talk about Kendall for a second. Y'all know him if y'all watch any of my podcasts, but this is my World Cup boy. You know, we bopped up at Qatar together.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what our first like soccer moment was though. Because if y'all don't know, I grew up with Kendall. Kendall's my cousin. Grew up in Atlanta. Have known him forever, but we're hoopers to a certain extent growing up.
Yeah.
And that. But like we post college, post 20s, not post 20s, maybe like late in the middle of our 20s, developed like a shared love, not only for soccer but for women's soccer too.
Yeah, I think it started from when you were first bringing up the whole Eat, Pray, Ball brand. And I was just going to a few matches here and there. You know, I was a big supporter of the U.S. women's national team.
U.S. all the way.
Would go to the men's national games and things like that. But then once I felt the energy at these games, you know, compared to me, you know, being a basketball guy mainly, I was like, this is a totally different atmosphere. So then I decided to tap into you a little more with the whole Eat, Pray, Ball stuff. And I think it really has expanded my knowledge and my mindset and my desire. And then that's when it was like 3 years ago, I was like, bro, this World Cup is coming up.
Yes.
And we both gave each other that look.
Like, yo. Hey, yo.
It was history from there. Then the very next year, pulled up to the Women's World Cup.
Pulled up to the
in
Women's
New
World
Zealand,
Cup.
Australia.
New Zealand. And that shit was fire, too.
Yeah.
I mean, Qatar was, and we've talked about this on a podcast before, but like the differences between Qatar and New Zealand and women's and men's game,
it's night and day.
It's night and day. There's a lot of differences.
Yeah, but I think you can experience something fulfilling from either.
Right.
Which I like.
And they're like hella fun nonetheless on both sides. Like women's game is definitely like as we described more, especially from the World
friendly.
Cup. Yeah, family friendly and like, you know, it was good vibes. It was
like it felt like home.
Yeah, exactly. New Zealand felt like home.
It felt like home.
Shout out Auckland. We love y'all.
Shout out, big shout out to
Big
Auckland.
shout out to Auckland. So yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
And then World Cup Qatar, I mean, it was strange for everybody because nobody had been in an environment like that where they just built something
city
out of nothing, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly. But it kind of worked out. It ended up doing its thing. Ooh, we got to minimize this. So yeah, so that's how we know my boys here. So let me I got a lineup of things I want to talk about. Obviously, I'm gonna talk about Chelsea a little bit. Y'all both know I'm a Chelsea fan. At some point, I feel like I want y'all to pick Premier League teams because I don't think any of you guys have Premier League teams, and I just want to like anoint you with one just so you can follow along this year. And I mean, you could pick Chelsea, like you could be Chelsea fans, but I just think it'll be funny to see like if you just picked one out of the blue with no real knowledge or anything, like if you would stick with that team in like a year from now or whatever.
I actually got one out of the blue.
Do you?
I feel like I've always liked the name, and I've kind of followed it back then, was Man City. And I'm not trying to, I don't know anything. I'm just like out of the blue.
Bro, I'm trying to, and me and Kendall do basketball comparisons all the time, which I love. A basketball comparison to Man City would be, I can't even think of it. A team that's brand new that basically bought all their play. It's honestly, it's 06 Miami Heat is Man City. I don't know about that. But
OKC, maybe?
I was thinking about OKC, but OKC was only new because they came from Seattle. Like, it wasn't like they built this super team that just came and ran through everybody.
Yeah.
Anyway. We'll have to think about that because there's not really an NBA comparison to that, but it's just it's a fake ass team. No, I'm playing. It's a good team. It's Pep Guardiola, the coach, the best coach in the world to some, has come in and built a whole program, had all the money in the world to do it. So I like it. Stick with your team. Stand on it.
I mean, I don't know much about it, but
no, but that's exciting because this year might be wide open. Man City has taken the Premier League for the last 4 years in a row.
Damn.
They're ballers. They've had the biggest ballers on their team. Now a lot of them have gone away or are like slowly trickling down. Y'all do have big names like Erling Haaland. You know Erling Haaland, big Nordic ponytail motherfucker. You know what I mean? You have that. But Pep also has like a lot of young guys, and this is the last. Some might say he's been teasing that this might be his last season. So this is like Phil Jackson saying I'm out of here type shit. I love the basketball. I love having you here just so I can throw the basketball comparisons. Yeah. So also like this show and this whole vibe is not about everybody having the strongest ball knowledge or anything. I know Jason didn't even want to come on this show. He's like, I haven't been watching that much. It's not even about that. It's really just about finding a connection through the sport, whatever. Let me talk about Chelsea a little bit for my Chelsea fans out there, because we have had quite a weekend. Y'all don't know this, but Chelsea has been in turmoil probably for the last year and a half. We got a new owner. He's from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Todd Boehly came in, bought my team up after our former billionaire owner got caught up in essentially this whole Russia versus Ukraine thing. So then basically all of England was like, any Russian expats or oligarchs who own shit, y'all can't own shit in England anymore. And they basically kicked our owner out. And our owner is basically who when I started liking Chelsea, he had just bought the team. So even for y'all purists, no, I came in on new money too, just like Jason's coming on new money with Man City. Listen, I liked the color blue. The boy Didier Drogba was just getting signed. Jose Mourinho was in charge. That's the Chelsea I love. Anyway, so Todd Boehly came over, brought some American vibes to this whole thing, started moneyballing shit, and it seems less concerned about actually like building a team and building a culture, and he's more concerned with like, oh, bruh, if I buy this 16-year-old for, $20 million and sign him to a 7-year contract and he ends up being the next Neymar and I can sell him for $200 million, he's thinking business only, like money only. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or it seems like it. So he came in, he fired a coach who had won us the Champions League. It's been a tumultuous season last year. He tried to steady the ship. We got a coach in named Pochettino who did what he could. But he's been buying up young players like that, like left and right. And now, typically a squad has about 23 to 25 men on the roster. We got a 43-man roster full of brothers who are it's just like picking people up from everywhere and trying to hold on to them.
Nah, are they ballers from what you've seen?
Nah, they're too young. I mean, they're too young. They're too young. It's too early to tell. We haven't seen them play in a team, so we don't know. Like, it's a bunch of bullshit. So we're gonna see how they do. But this past week, word came down that we signed a player. What is his name? I forgot his name. We signed another no name from Spain. It's a black striker. Came from Atletico. And it just looked like more of the same. Us kind of bringing these like young no-name guy. He's not going to fit into the team, so we're going to try to figure out how to sell him. That didn't work out, and now word is that we're about to get somebody by the name of Joao Felix. Do y'all know Joao? No. Portuguese. Woo! I love that my boys are here. I'm about to talk my shit with y'all. Joao Felix played for Chelsea. He came on loan. He was tapped to be like the next Cristiano Ronaldo. He was like that fire. He was a young guy, played in Portugal, and then he moved to Spain and played for Atletico Madrid and just never. I'm trying to find him for you real quick. Let me see. Is this this is the one. But where is that window? Bear with me, y'all. We still getting these technical things figured out, but I think I'm getting a lot better at the stream. Let me see while we're here. Let me say what's up to my people. We got my folks on Instagram. Let me see if my folks on YouTube tapped in. Up the Blues. My man said, hi. Hello. Hi, guys. What's up, Up the Blue? Messi or Ronaldo? Do y'all know Messi or Ronaldo? Y'all can answer on that.
I say Messi.
Boy says Messi.
See, I say Ronaldo.
Exactly. That sounds like a height difference right there. Spoken like a 5'7", 5'8", versus a 6-something. We Ronaldo, big man things. Yeah. Any particular reason why?
I think Messi's obviously more decorated as a footballer, but I just
very slightly, but yes, definitely more decorated.
But I just think like what Ronaldo could do on the field with his, I guess, wizardry, if you will.
Yeah.
I think was just a little more exciting for me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
You know, from an offensive perspective, and just his showmanship, if you will, I think stood out for me compared to Messi. So that's why I gotta go with the boy.
We like just like we like. I fuck with that because that's like a Kobe thing. Ronaldo's very much like.
So speaking of which, there was a year I can't remember. It was the year when Steve Nash won MVP, and I'm not comparing Messi to Steve Nash, but I think when you look at like their playing styles, Steve Nash was MVP of the league.
Yes.
But I think Kobe was that dude.
And that's how I feel about Messi. That's privilege versus yes. I like that comparison.
Kobe was that dude.
Was that
Steve
dude.
Nash had it.
Steve Nash had it. Steve Nash's team was winning. Steve Nash's team was beating Kobe's team.
And Steve, you know, he was dropping dimes, giving buckets, but Kobe was still that dude, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
100%. And that's how, What about you? Where's Messi coming from for you?
I just like the way he, like, is on the ball. Like, his IQ and the way he touches the ball. And I just try to, like, imitate that style when I get the ball on my feet, you know?
Yeah.
And then I look at Ronaldo, like, Ronaldo's a machine. Like,
he's like, I can't run like that.
Like, he's just a machine. And, like, I like the way he plays and everything. I just, like, watching wise, like, I can't really watch him because I can't imitate his style. Like,
yeah, I just think Ronaldo.
He's just him. Like,
he's always had that athleticism.
He's just him. Yeah. Ronaldo's had that athleticism, but he's had that work rate, that Kobe thing. And I don't know. I'm like you, not like you in that way. I don't mean to dime you out, but like I don't identify like with players who have a high work rate because I don't. Like I'm just gonna be straight up. Like I'm God given. That's how I like. That's why I'm a LeBron super fan, right? I'm just like, but LeBron also has that work rate. Yeah. So I want to try, and I would like to try to emulate. But I do like the fact that they just have that mentality that, like, nobody's going to dog me. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm sure Messi does have that mentality.
It's just in different times of the field.
Different times of the field. And, he does it differently. But, like, from my end, it doesn't feel like that dog in him. Yeah. He probably does. He's, like you said, he's been accomplished like that. But it doesn't show. I like people who show that. I like the Ant Edwards of the world who are like, okay, talk your shit. Win or lose, you're going to talk your shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's kind of what it comes from to me. All right, we did our little Messi Ronaldo. That's not necessarily what we're here for. Chelsea, I'll skip past all the BS and just say that we got a lot coming down the pipeline. If Joao Felix comes to Chelsea, that's going to be fire. If we get Victor Osimhen, we have Lukaku on our team right now, and we're trying to do a straight swap, send Lukaku off to Italy to Napoli, and there's a Nigerian by the name of Victor Osimhen who is a baller, at least a goal scorer, and Chelsea needs goal scoring right now. We got everything else to a certain extent, but we need goal scoring. We're gonna skip past that. You see me with my LAFC, the retro. Come on.
I called it. It looked, y'all. It
said it looked faded.
It looked like it started off white, washed it a little bit too much, and then now it's losing its color.
It's losing its luster a little bit. Yeah. I ain't mad at you, but no, I really fuck with this jersey. I'm about to start doing some modeling, like some personal. I'm gonna sit in the studio and just be styling.
It's clean.
Some of these jerseys, especially Adidas, have been coming out with. Woo! This man is checks over stripes at all times.
If LAFC had a check.
Yeah, if LAFC had a check.
They had that swoosh on it, I'd probably cop a couple of them. But I can't rock with the stripes, y'all.
Yeah,
sorry.
I ain't mad at you.
Sorry.
I ain't mad at you. But it's clean. But anyway, I wanted to bring that up because LAFC are currently in the Leagues Cup. Do y'all know what the Leagues Cup is? No, and you know what? No. You know a little bit, yeah.
Well, because I live in Austin, and
he sent me this, by the way. This was
yeah, so in Austin FC,
I'm not a fan, but I'm a fan of him sending me stuff.
I'm not a fan either, but I came up on some FC gear, decided to send it over, add it to the repertoire, to the arsenal. Speaking of Arsenal,
to the Arsenal. Oh, is that going to be your Premier League team?
Here's why.
Oh, so yes.
Here's why.
Man, I got too many Arsenal fans.
But here's the thing, though. It ain't got nothing to do with the men's team, which is crazy. I'm a huge fan of Leah Williamson.
On the women's team.
On the women's team.
Yes.
Huge fan of her. So by default, you know what I mean? Also with Crystal Palace, I have a homegirl. Her name is Molly Sharp. For those of you that watch women's football, Molly Sharp grew up in, I think, south of London. She plays for Crystal Palace now, but her and I went to college together, so I'm a huge supporter of her. But by default, you'll hear the name Crystal Palace. You'll hear Crystal Palace being
Crystal
thrown
Palace,
around.
Crystal Palace, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace and Arsenal, especially for like a lot of my friends, are some of the blackest clubs in London. So like always have been playing black players, bringing them on, putting them on. So that's also like Arsenal. Thierry Henry came from Arsenal. Like I'm not mad at that choice. Right.
And I just like the name. Arsenal just
is
sounds
fire.
legit.
Arsenal.
Yeah, with the cannon on that. Come on.
OBS Leprechaun just tapped in. Appreciate it. He said, love the podcast. We appreciate you, bro. Go ahead and tap in. Let us know any news and events, any topics of the day that you have thoughts about or anything. Let us know. We here. Again, y'all folks on TikTok, come on and tap in on with us. YouTube.com/@EatPrayBall. We here. We big chillin'. We got an Arsenal and Man City fan in here apparently now. And the Premier League starts at the end of the week, so we gonna see how things go. All right, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to talk about the Leagues Cup real quick. So all the MLS teams, essentially, okay, the Leagues Cup was created just 5 years ago or something like that. It's a new competition, North American competition. All the teams from Mexico, all the teams from the MLS are now playing in it. They play in like, it's like, I don't know, it's something crazy. It's like 13 groups or something, 12 groups of teams because it's like 47 teams between the MLS and Mexico. They play in three teams per group. Each team plays once, and the top two teams move on to the round of 32, right? The reason I'm saying this is because it was confusing as hell. I didn't know what the Leagues Cup was, and I promised that I would explain it on this episode. So that's what they're doing. It's a North American competition between the Mexican teams and the MLS teams. We've already played through the group stages. The weird thing about this, and I didn't mind this, and I think they're going to have to do something like this for the World Cup because the World Cup is expanding to more teams now too. 36 teams, I think. So it's going to make the groups uneven, and they're going to have to figure it out. But in the Leagues Cup, out of the 3 teams that just play once, you get a point if you tie, you get 3 points if you win, and no. You get no points if you lose, you get 3 points if you win, and if you tie, the game goes immediately to PKs, and the team who wins the PKs gets 2 points, and the team who loses the PKs gets 1 point. Right? What? But the more I think about it, it's not that crazy. When I think about the Euros this year, I really love the Euros, but when I was watching them, you play through the group stages, and by game 2 or game 3, you start to go, okay, they lost or they tied and we won, so we're going to just sit back and not play the right kind of soccer. Yeah. I want it to be like March Madness in this bit, like the World Cup too.
Like win
forget
or
a
go
group
home.
stage, just win or go home.
Yeah.
Or like the Olympics, like that shit's fire.
Yeah.
Win or go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's neither here nor there. Football just tapped in on YouTube, said Mbappe or Haaland. We'll answer that question in just a second. We're now in the round of 32. LAFC faced your team, Austin, last week in the round of 32, which would be not the quarterfinal, but
it's still
the 8th final or the
I wouldn't even consider it the finals. It's just not the knockout round.
The knockout rounds. The start of the knockout rounds. We beat y'all 2-0.
You gotta stop saying y'all. I can't run with him.
He live in Austin, but he can't run with him.
I can't run with him.
Does that mean you're going to officially claim your MLS team to be an LAFC? He's from LA.
Out of all the teams, I would say I probably rock with LAFC the most.
Yeah, you know LAFC clean.
So yeah,
good already. I mean, new team, but we're about 8 years in now. We got some good history. This is now a retro jersey.
We just brought in the Frenchman.
We just brought in a bunch of Frenchmen. Allez les Bleus. We got Olivier Giroud coming in, y'all. I'm thinking he's not going to play this week. I'm thinking he's going to play when we get out of the Leagues Cup, whether we win it or not. I think he's going to play against Houston on August 31st. Mark your calendars. That's going to be fire. Antoine Griezmann, who plays for Atletico Madrid, plays for France. Mm-hmm. He's being looked at.
Really?
And he's being linked to LA. So it's about to be a French ass. And then we got Frenchie Denis Bouanga, who was MVP of the league last year, or Golden Boot of the league last year. He's going to be balling too. So the reason I brought that up, I just wanted to say, and I'm going to bring up the bracket right here, the Leagues Cup bracket, that we are now in the round of 16 with the Leagues Cup. I'll shout out some interesting matches. Who's still in it? Seattle Sounders are in it. They play the Pumas today at 7:30 tonight. Columbus, who are the winners of the MLS last year, they play Inter Miami tomorrow. Inter Miami, the Leagues Cup became the Leagues Cup because Messi came here. They basically created this Leagues Cup for him. It wasn't for him. Again, they started the Leagues Cup way back in 2019. But essentially, like, when Messi came, do y'all remember Messi coming here last year and it seemed like they were just winning every game and he was scoring every game? Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was not in the MLS. That was in this competition, this Leagues Cup tournament. And Miami ended up winning it. So it's coming back again, but we're going to see where Miami is at. I don't think Messi's going to play. He got hurt and like his ankle swole up in the Copa America. So they play Columbus tomorrow. That could be a good game. Tigres play New York. LAFC, we play San Jose tomorrow. I'm sure we're going to beat them and keep it moving. Cincinnati plays Philadelphia. Cruz Azul is in the thing, and they play Mazatlan. So that's an all-Mexican round of 16. Toluca plays Colorado, and Club America is still in it. Shout out my boy Leo Hernandez. That's his club. They play St. Louis. That's all we need to know about that. I just wanted to explain the Leagues Cup. Now, the Leagues Cup is not the Champions League, now called the Champions Cup. That's another explanation. Y'all are getting a lot of soccer. Look at these boys. They're glazing over here. Y'all are getting a lot of just random. I'm gonna instead of ball around the world, I'm just gonna call like my soccer mind, my soccer head, soccer.
Nah, I'm intrigued. I'm just like.
Are you intrigued?
Yeah, because I'm literally like, damn, like there's a Leagues Cup.
There's so much now.
Champions Cup.
And that's
I haven't been watching soccer since like 2020. So now, like, listening to you, I'm kind of like, wow, there's a lot.
Yeah, and there is a lot. And I don't keep up with it all.
Now that I thought about, like, Messi and Ronaldo comparison for me, like, that was back then. I haven't really seen them play like now.
Messi, Ronaldo are
so it's like
old news, kind of old news.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder what the new players are now.
Bruh.
I'm trying to get back into, like, watching soccer.
That's what it's about. Seeing the new players, the new young brothers out here, the Lamine Yamals coming out of La Liga, and there's a lot of young players I can name that I'm excited about. But yeah, that's what this is. This is just we're talking, I don't know everything. I don't know anything about, like I'm just watching certain stuff and it's like, damn, there's more and more stuff to watch.
Yeah.
Now the Championship, which is the second division of England, they got a TV deal with, I believe, Paramount. So they're going to be playing, bruh. So that, like, soccer is abundant and effervescent. You can find a team, you can find something to support. You don't have to support everything, but you can watch it everywhere. We just I just try to talk about everything, and I'm going to, if you want to know what you're going to hear about throughout the course of me doing this show, it'll definitely be LAFC, it'll definitely be Chelsea, it'll be Real Madrid, because Real Madrid, the Royal Whites, are a team full of all blacks now, and I got to talk about them. The boy Mbappe, we're gonna get the first look at Mbappe, who and y'all know these names: Vinny Jr., Rodrigo in Brazil, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, who? Jude Bellingham. Hey, Jude. All of them, they play this Wednesday. It's the Supercup, UEFA Supercup. I do watch parties on this as well. And of all the tournaments that I love, obviously, World Cup, it goes World Cup for me first. Like, that's like top. Then next is actually club competitions, which is Champions League. That's like my favorite club competition of all. UEFA Champions League. Now I like the other ones. We could talk about that too. But UEFA Champions League is my thing. It's the best teams in Europe. They play up against each other, and it's been real exciting for the last couple of years. And it was real exciting because Real Madrid won it with a team that really shouldn't have won it last year. And now they have a team that should win it, and it's gonna be interesting to see what the hell they do this year with all these new fucking superstars on their team. So they play Atalanta. They play the winner of the Europa League on Wednesday. I might be doing my first watch party of this season, that game. Stay locked in. We'll talk about that. It's 10:10, so we only got a couple of minutes left. I just want to go through a couple things real quick. My boy JJ just tapped in on Instagram, said, I'm over here with the waves. Bro, we surfing out here, bro. Big surf. I'll be remiss if I didn't talk about this story real quick. I wanted to talk about let me finish up with the Leagues Cup thing. So Champions League, like they had UEFA, which is the best teams in Europe. There is CONCACAF Champions League, which is the best teams in North America, North and Central America. It's now called the Champions Cup. The top three of this Leagues Cup that I just went all the way down, they automatically qualify for the Champions Cup. And the Champions Cup is essentially the Champions League. It's typically a Mexican team every year. Seattle Sounders is the only MLS team that's ever won it. But I'm saying this to say that, and we've talked about this because Kendall and I are events bros, and we're always headed to events. We got a lot of stuff coming up here in LA.
Olympics,
the World Cup's coming into America. Next year, 2025, we have something called the Club World Cup, which is the winners of all the Champions Leagues around in every region, right? So you're going to have Real Madrid versus whoever wins it here. But then they're also adding another set of teams. So they're just creating tournaments out of nowhere and adding. So it could be cool, but it's going to be in the US next year, 2025. Look out for that. That's going to be some fun. And hopefully we can get an MLS team in there. I think there's going to be like four or maybe the last 6 European champions from UEFA are going to be in it. So it'll be Chelsea, it'll be Real Madrid, Man City. There's going to be some teams in that, and then spread around. We'll talk. I'll disambiguate and go real deep into it, like I just did the Leagues Cup on this episode, in one of these episodes soon. So we'll figure that out. But I say that to say we got a lot coming here. Obviously, we got Champions League, Real Madrid, all that coming. But the Olympics that's coming here in 28, that's going to be crazy.
I'm ready for that.
And already the Olympics this time around was... Did you watch any Olympics, Jason?
Yeah.
Everything
I saw a lot.
You saw
different sports where I was like, wow, like,
bro,
that's amazing.
Obviously I talk about soccer a lot because it kind of brings the world together, and like the Olympics is the epitome of that, right? In every sport, every range.
I think that's the only thing I didn't see in the Olympics.
You didn't watch any soccer games?
I didn't watch any soccer. I was watching ping pong.
Bro, ping pong was fire though. We saw the ping pong championships. Basketball was fire. Yeah. Basketball ended USA Serbia game was probably my best in the best game in the men's game. I didn't watch the women's final, but that was France USA, and that was apparently fire.
I tapped into that.
Yeah, that was a good one. The soccer final ended up being Spain versus France. France was at home
for the men.
For the men.
Yeah.
Spain went up 3-1. France went and tied it. They went to extra time, and then Spain went ham.
Yeah.
Spain is just on another level right now.
Yeah.
But that was fun. Like, it's worth it. It's all on Peacock. If you want to watch any of this back, like, it's sad that shit is over.
Yeah.
Like, that was the fastest month of sport. It was faster than the Euros in the Copa America this month.
But I think the Olympics is only like 2 weeks.
Nah, bro. It was a month. It was July 20th through August. No. I guess it was.
No, yeah. It started like the 26th of July and then ended yesterday.
Which is August. Yeah, you're right.
It was like 2 weeks.
Was it that short?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that makes me feel better. I felt like it's been a month.
Oh, no.
But you're right, because it started after all the other competitions. And, well, we lost it, but talking about the women's soccer.
We are in the Emma Hayes era.
We are here. Emma Hayes is litty. Emma Hayes is the new coach. She came from Chelsea Women's, and now she's coaching the U.S. women's team. We're in the era, and we're in the Black Girl Magic era too.
So what I like about this new system is, if y'all haven't seen, right, we got this dominating front line of attackers between Trin, Sophia Smith, and Mal Swanson.
Yeah.
And I feel like before Emma came in, we weren't quite utilizing them, you know.
No, we were playing Alex Morgan.
Yeah, but now it's like this tournament, they were the Steph, LeBron, KD.
Bruh. Wait, what did we say about Steph? What was that hot take? Hold on, we got 5 minutes left. We had a hot take about the big three. And what's a bigger three in basketball?
Between Steph, LeBron, KD, and LeBron,
D-Wade and Kobe.
And Kobe.
Who's a bigger big three? If y'all want to tap in, obviously this Eat, Pray, Ball, but we talking everything here.
I mean, I put Kobe above all, so it's like by default.
Any team with Kobe on it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
The question was like, does D-Wade
have a better career
than KD? Or would you rather have D-Wade than KD?
Right.
Because I think...
Yeah, I don't know.
It's Bron. We know Kobe over Steph.
Yeah.
Or at least that's our feeling.
Bron cancels out.
Bron cancels.
Yeah.
Bron cancels out. Kobe wins the KD or the Steph versus Kobe war. So now
Kobe wins the Kobe versus KD war.
Yeah, Kobe wins the Kobe. Right. So either way you shake it.
Yeah.
Kobe. So would you rather have D-Wade or would you rather have Steph or
I don't know, man.
KD?
Because D-Wade back then was a
monster.
Dog.
Monster. Absolute monster. Yeah.
So
that was a tough one. What you think?
Like, what would I rather have? playoffs.
Would you rather have Bron, KD, and Steph, or Bron, D Wade, and Kobe?
Bron, D Wade, and Kobe.
Damn. Yeah. Y'all are old heads, man. Y'all
I was gonna say, I feel like that's this newer generation. They probably would say Steph and KD.
Steph and KD, right?
Yeah, but that's because they wasn't seeing the damage that Wade was doing.
Shooting jumpers.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is before really the 3 era popped off how it popped off. Anyway, to your point, there was a big 3 on that women's soccer team in Trinity, Mal, and Soph. Trinity Rodman, Dennis Rodman's daughter. You know that?
Yeah.
Fire.
So
absolute
and
fire.
they're fun to watch, man. So I think this is a new age for this U.S. Women's national team, and I think they'll be ready by what is it 2027 World Cup?
Yeah, 2027. I'm tripping. Yeah.
Which is going to be in Brazil.
Yeah,
for the ladies.
See, you see, my man is tapped in.
I'm tapped in.
Are we going to Brazil?
We headed to Brazil 100%. We're 100%. We're headed to Brazil.
This is the lineup. All right, we got the Club World Cup next year.
The Club World Cup next year here in the United States.
And we also have the Women's Euros in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And then in 26 we got the Men's World Cup in North America.
Yep.
Which is what we got: Canada, U.S., Mexico.
Yep.
Which I know we talked about. We was trying to pop into one of them Canadian matches.
We might see one of them Canadian. Yeah. We might hit up Vancouver. I also want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Azteca.
Yeah.
That shit looks lit. It's up in the mountains or Monterey, whichever one.
Whichever, don't matter.
Yeah.
And then 27 we have the Women's World Cup in Brazil, and then 28 we right back here with the Olympics. It's time. It's time to be a sports fan. That's the lineup.
You
for
see
the next
why
4 years.
Listen, I'm a filmmaker. I still want to make films, but I want to be in sports world. I want to make sports like I want to be in this world.
That's the lineup.
That's the lineup. So we got a lot going. Get your tickets now.
But I expect this women's team to dominate the next 4 years.
This U.S. women's team.
Yes. Yeah. Especially how young they are, and not to mention, we still got talent that didn't even see the field. Jaden Shaw, Rose Lavelle,
yes,
and I'm like,
yes, Jaden Shaw, Kat Macario, who keeps getting hurt, but I swear, bro, she hasn't featured for the U.S. in any kind of meaningful way, but she is fire.
And the top dog,
another Stanford chick.
Yeah, and the top dogs like Sam Kerr, Marta, those chicks are phasing out.
Yeah,
and we got some new sheriffs in town.
We got some new people in town.
Yeah,
Jason, we gonna get you into this women's game too, baby. Let me tell you, it's just so much. There's just so much. I mean, and honestly, sometimes it's just too much to even, too much to think about. But why is this saying my stream is over? Hold up, what y'all doing over here? Oh, we're still popping. We're still live. Y'all still live with us? Maybe not. Yo, well, whether we're live or not, we're going to finish the show out. I wanted to show you all this image because this is the image of all of the... man, I'm not live. Hold on. I don't want to stop streaming. We're going to put this show up. I got it recorded. We're going to put this show up anyway. I don't know what's going on. Whether we're live or not, I wanted to show you all this image. Let me see it one more time. See if you can see it. Can you see this?
Yeah.
These are the black girls of the U.S. women's national team.
Yeah.
And they all posed together, which was dope. There's a lot of them now. You can see it. And they took a picture, and Sydney LaRue, who plays on the Angel City team, she reposted it. And she said something dope. Like she said, let me see. Hold on.
We can see it. The importance of this photo.
Right there.
This makes every little girl who looks like them get to say, I can be her because I am her.
Right. Talk to us nice type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to show you, just because, I like to talk about polarization in America a little bit. And this is what I'm ending with. But I just wanted to... I would be remiss if I didn't note this. I saw it on Instagram. It was posted on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I just want to read you some of the comments. Like, one person said, "My daughters don't look like any of them. Are my daughters not allowed to dream?"
Oh, my
God. Somebody said, "You remember in 96 they had a black goalkeeper, right? So she did this movement for all of you. Don't act like you're having to do this now." Like, these are the comments. Instead of being like, oh shit, like, hell yeah, these girls, black girl, whatever, or not say anything, folks are trying to like come back in and talk shit. So all that to say is like, it's just crazy in this world. Like I just want to hammer home when I talk about when you see me getting giddy about these black players on Real Madrid, these black players on France, these black girls in the, you know what I mean? It's not to be exclusive and say fuck anybody else or any other race or anything. It's really just to highlight, because these are girls who weren't highlighted and not often highlighted during times when the U.S. team was rocking. So why not? You know what I mean? And that's something me and Jason talked about, because he's Salvadorian, and there's a lot of love in the Salvadorian community, but there's not a lot of love just outside in general. You know what I mean? And so he would want to put his community on and his people. So it's the same thing. It's just really highlighting what is your culture, and it doesn't happen a lot in America. The only thing that's highlighted is whiteness, to be honest. So that's my soapbox moment for the day. Tap in with us. We're going to be doing this again twice a week. I got a little bit better. We only went 50 minutes. So we're getting a little bit better with this. But yeah, we're going to be here every week just talking shit, talking about the game. Hopefully, even though Kendall will be rolling back to Texas soon, hopefully you'll patch in one of these days. And,
I'll be back.
Because we love the basketball comparisons. We love the women's knowledge. He got more women's game knowledge than me. So definitely want to tap in and see that. Arsenal's your team now. I'm anointing you. I'm going to be hitting you up with scores and stuff like that. I want to see how they do. Man City, I'm giving it to you. So I'm going to be talking shit all year. Nice. And you're going to be like, this is not even my team. It's all good.
Nah, say less.
We're going to be playing. We're going to be watching. They play Man United plays Fulham. First game of the season. That's on Friday. But then we got a lineup. I'm going to just give it to you right here. It's the last thing I do as we go. A lot of this stream is just about letting y'all know when these things are and what's going on, because we got big Premier League games. We got Ipswich versus Liverpool, which is not a big Premier League game. Arsenal versus Wolves on Saturday. Everton versus Brighton. None of that matters. Chelsea play Man City Sunday, August 18th. Be there, be square. 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Tap in with us. Me and Jason going to be here. It might be the first game that I stream of this season if I don't stream this Supercup and watch Real Madrid. So make sure y'all tap in with us. Appreciate everybody who's commented, who's showing love. We're going to be doing these. We're going to be getting better at these streams, but we here. Y'all enjoy yourselves? Just kicking it for a second?
It was fun. A great time.
My dogs. I apprete y'all. Come back?
Of course, man.
Y'all come back now.
I'm back.
Y'all come back now. We're going to be here. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it out with that. That's been a good second episode of this new format, this vertical format. Eat, Pray, Ball. We're here. I appreciate everybody who's tapped in. It's the Eat, Pray, Ball around the world. We will see y'all next Friday. This Friday coming up.
See you when I see you.
See you when I see you, player. You want to give me the Ball around the world beat out? Ball around the world, ball around the world. Hey, ball around the world. Hey, ball around the world, ball around the world. EPB podcast, we all around the world. Ball around the ball, ball around the world. EPB podcast, we all around the world. Peace. Appreciate y'all. We will see y'all soon. Cheer.